Good afternoon to everyone. I'm Miss Yukiko from SJKC Limin. I'm an English teacher there. I'd like to present my research topic, which is assessing 21st century learning skills with performance assessment in high school. Now, basically, in the 20th century, we know that educational leaders utilize heavy books in order to teach and guide students, or in order to prepare lessons. But in the 21st century, we use more of technological gadgets, right, such as e-books and laptops. Therefore, we need to prepare students in order to cultivate the 21st century skills, because nowadays in the market, we know that knowledge work jobs have been replaced with low-skill jobs. So I would like to introduce you the 4C concept of the 21st century skill, introduced by the Partnership for 21st Century Learning, established in America, which are communication, collaboration, critical thinking, as well as creativity, which is mainly all about in my research. So a performance assessment, including doing experiments, but in my research, I focus on students writing short, structured answers, in order to foster reasoning and problem solving. Also for teachers to prepare themselves to teach the 21st century learning skills, and for them to tailor further instructional needs to learn more about the behavior of their students. So my methodology is that there is no systematic way to measure the 21st century learning skill in school, even with the availability of technology, especially in Malaysia. Therefore, in my performance assessment, firstly, students will do a pre-test to answer 6 simple questions about pollution, which is a global issue. Because for 21st century learning skill, we are talking about global issues whereby students need to know more about the world instead of just what's happening in their school. After that, students will use the SKYPE application in order to talk to peers from overseas, and then upload their answers in virtual learning environment, or VLE4, which is actually an online learning portal introduced by the Ministry of Education Malaysia. And then students will evaluate themselves in collaboration skill, which is this group discussion, and then they'll do a post-test without referring to internet findings or reference. Total, there are 41 participating students in my school, are year 5 and 6, and these are all the skills tested, mainly the 4 C's that I mentioned just now, and the duration as well. So these are the questions, very easy questions, but it requires more critical thinking because it is structured question. So this is the photos taken during the pre-test for students aged 11 and 12, whereby they search the internet for more information and then upload it in the VLE frog. And this is a SKYPE conversation video between peers from Malaysia.
The example of air pollution and land pollution and water pollution. Our make and pollution air rocket, they have a hole for the bad pollution to suck all in. And do you know why I must put a hole for the pollution? Before the finish, the rocket will fly to the planet and the pollution will be disappear soon.
Some of the peers overseas, they have language barrier because they couldn't speak proper English. Therefore, we utilize Google Translate in order to translate their meaning and to understand, to have a general idea of what is pollution all about.
How about your answer?
Hello, my name is Amira.
He is also another peer from France.
How are you?
There are elements of shyness between peers from when they meet the first time. However, they get used to it after that. The purpose of doing this SKYPE conversation is to know a better idea instead of just find information from the internet. So this is the second step. However, students aged between 11 and 12 have very limited knowledge or less informative answers. Therefore, their answers are usually brief and short.
Environment-friendly solution into our community. I think we should use Mirai. Mirai become
However, some peers try to use English as an international language in order to communicate. And therefore, in the sense that they are actually making friends with peers from overseas. And students get used to the SKYPE application. Some of them in my school, especially in this rural area, they are unable to use SKYPE because they, without the availability of technology, they cannot use it.
I often do these things so that my home is very clean.
These are the photos taken and from London and Japan, and a sample of students' answer from Japan, whereby based on their answers, they communicate with my students from Malaysia. So after that, they'll do a collaborative test, whereby they will draw IT map, and then they will do a survey in order to understand the issue of pollution better. And these are the photos taken during collaboration assessment. During the post-test, the elements of subject knowledge, organization, quality and effort, as well as moral and behavior were tested. And they were tested in a given same time frame as the pre-test. And this is the sample answer for pre-test and the post-test. And I've created the assessment rubric from score 0 to 4, whereby 4 is the highest value and 0 is the lowest learning skill that the students are able to achieve with their respective explanation, as well as writing and collaboration. And according to my result, based on students aged 12 and 11, my students aged 12 have higher oral ICT assessment skill ability compared to students aged 11. And the procedure is carried out between January and April, and a mean score is plotted. And these are the sub-elements of the collaboration skill, subject knowledge, able to simplify things, and all these they are done in a survey to test each other in the classroom. And high, yes, it's indicated with this yellow bar, and moderate is given with blue. Low or no is indicated with this red color bar. And all these are converted into percentage. As you all know that students age 12 has higher subject knowledge compared to students age 11. And these are the skills tested for their respective criteria. And basically we can see that it focuses on the 4 C's concept. And 90% of the 41 students were able to complete their pre-test. However, 10% having problems due to lack of knowledge and proficiency of English language. Therefore, they are given extra time. These are the data calculation for writing skill and with their respective scores. And this is the writing skill for score 0 to 4 for students aged 12 in SJKC learning, whereby we can see that score for the moral and behavior is always the highest because students generally in my school have 100% moral and behavior attitude. Therefore, as a conclusion, students aged 12 have high critical thinking, their post-test, compared to their pre-test. However, students aged 11 have lower critical thinking compared to their pre-test, but higher quality and effort in their writing compared to their pre-test. It is always stressed in the Malaysian education blueprint to cultivate the 4 Cs among students. Therefore, in this era, we need to have a standardized performance assessment rubric, which is created here, in order to cultivate this 4 Cs concept. However, there's a language barrier, time difference, and the effort for the 21st century skill is still in their early years, and also the cost for evaluation and development. SKYPE can be used in order to have classroom lessons at the same time between Malaysia and the country from overseas. Therefore, it's always encouraged with the formation of an international body for global education with SKYPE as a communication tool for evaluation. Therefore, we need to cultivate critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and creativity in cultivating these 21st century learning skills. And I would like to appreciate my headmistress over there in order to give who gave me this opportunity to speak here, my teachers and staff, participating students, as well as others here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now open the floor. If you have any question, Q&A session. Any question?
How did you find your collaborators? How do you find the students on the other side? From overseas?
From overseas.
Yeah.
I have friends. A lot of friends from overseas, basically Japan and France, because we are talking about 21st century learning, which whereby we need to focus on global issue. And in Malaysia, in the line of education, we don't actually use SKYPE for Malaysian classroom, and therefore I create this performance assessment which incorporates this SKYPE and VLE frog in order for students to know better global issues.
Okay. Other question?
How do you actually encourage participation? What you are only testing it on your school. How do you think other schools can be encouraged to join such similar approach?
I'm sure they are very much interested, especially for Skype conversation with peers from overseas. They are actually very excited. It's just the teachers who need to initiate everything.
Okay, teachers need to initiate. I think that would be a bit. Those who have extra jobs, I don't think they would like to add more load to their teaching. Do you think we can have another mechanism to implement this?
Another mechanism, for example, if for this performance assessment, it's just a basic test, okay, to evaluate students about global issues. So if we talk about Skype and collaborative learning, I'm sure teachers are the one that need to initiate all this learning ability. I'm sure that they are very keen to know peers from overseas. It's just that they don't have the opportunity for it.
Should schools have all Wi-Fi?
Yes.
And all schools or only city schools?
For rural areas, we don't have Wi-Fi, but that one can be created. That one can be implemented by the government if everyone has the willingness to do it.
Okay, hi. I think blended learning is one of the social phenomena now. I think it's across the board from university to primary school.
I'm sorry about pollution. Is it? Can you repeat your first statement? I cannot understand. I'm sorry.
Yeah, blended learning.
Oh.
Yeah, blended
Okay.
learning. Yeah.
Blended learning.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Blended learning is one of the social phenomena now in the education industry. So I think it's across the board from university to primary school. I think I'm just wondering because from what the clips I seen here, I think they enjoy that kind of experience because they really have fun.
Surely.
Yeah. I'm just looking at what is the learning outcome from there. Apart from they have fun, in the meantime, are they really achieve their learning outcome? First of all, because apart from using this as a tool, they kind of news experience, they definitely have fun.
This is a performance assessment test, which whereby to test the 4 skills, especially the critical thinking, what's stressed by the education industry. I mean, basically these four C's, this 4C concept, which is it's not being really stressed in education line.
Yeah, this is what I mean by the outcome. So is it all these this method
Yes.
is achieved all the outcome, which is based on
Yes.
your
Yes, because during the assessment, I incorporate this communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity.
so this
Helps them.
this is the most essential features in the so-called innovation school, based on
Yes.
your.
Yes.
Okay, I just
So,
wanted, yeah.
oh, alright. So,
How do you consider the time difference between one country to another country? How are you going to kind of
Okay,
coordinate
fine.
between timing between, because I'm from one nationality, we have problem with Melbourne as well.
yes, for the time difference, this is actually the biggest challenge
Yeah.
for this. But it can be done whereby, if let's say you say for London and Malaysia, the time difference there is about 7 hours. So when it is afternoon here, it's basically morning there. So if I can cooperate with a teacher from London, I'm sure this performance can be done. Okay, I mean this Skype conversation can be done. It's just the willingness to do it. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's enough for this Q&A session. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Okay. Also, thank you for this presentation. Okay, for the same topic, strategy in study science.